It's the kind of heartbreak you wouldn't wish on anyone. Hallmark star Brennan Elliott, known for bringing warmth and romance to the screen, is now facing a tragedy that's shaken his entire world. On March 22nd, Brennan Elliott shared a message that left fans heartbroken. His wife, Camila Row, had passed away earlier that morning after a long and painful 8-year battle with stage 4 gastric cancer. She was only 45 years old. In a deeply emotional Instagram post, Brennan revealed the devastating news, accompanied by a photo of Camila at the beach. "It is with a soul-crushing, devastated heart that my beloved wife Cami passed away," he wrote. And with that single sentence, fans around the world felt the weight of his grief. Brennan, who is 50 years old, didn't hold back in his tribute. He described Camila not just as his wife, but as his soulmate, best friend, lover, and the mother of their 2 children, Liam, 12, and Luna, 10. He called her the toughest, strongest, fearless person he had ever known. And despite everything she endured during her long fight with cancer, she never stopped being present for her family.
I have kids that are 9 and 11. My son just started middle school, so I need to be active.
Brennan also took a moment to thank the people who had prayed for Camila over the years, writing that she would have wanted him to express that gratitude. Camila wasn't in the spotlight often, but she was the center of Brennan's world. As a clinical psychologist, she spent her life helping others navigate their own struggles, even while quietly dealing with one of the most aggressive cancers out there. Stage 4, gastric cancer, is a brutal diagnosis, and yet she chose to fight for 8 long years. That resilience, that commitment to living as fully as she could, is something that touched not only Brennan and their children, but the entire Hallmark community. What makes this story even more heartbreaking is that fans had been following her journey through Brennan's updates over the years. They had hoped, prayed, and sent messages of encouragement, and now they mourn alongside him. Brennan Elliott's tribute to Camila Row did not end with his announcement. In his Instagram post, he went on to share how much her strength shaped his own life. "What you did for me as a man will last forever," he wrote, acknowledging how deeply she had impacted him beyond their marriage and family life. He ended his message by expressing hope that she's finally at peace. "You are free. Heaven is a far better place with you in it, my love," he wrote. "I know you are dancing and are on vacation in heaven and free from the grips of cancer." He closed the post with a final note of appreciation, writing, "Thank you, Cami, for being you." Camila Row was a Korean-American clinical psychologist from Orange County, California. She and Brennan were married for more than 13 years, and their story began when they met at a gym. Over the years, they shared glimpses of their life together, often marking milestones with emotional posts that celebrated their bond. One such moment was their 12th wedding anniversary, where Elliott shared a heartfelt message on Instagram. "September 10th, 2011 will always be that special day," he wrote. He reflected on how their relationship changed his life, saying, "Before you, I never knew what true love was. It is more than a feeling. It is a commitment to fight through everything life throws at you, and you never give up on love." Diagnosed in 2018, Camila's battle wasn't just about surviving cause she made it a mission. Brennan shared how she became a voice of hope for others facing the same disease, using her own experience to offer guidance, comfort, and strength. He wrote, "What you did for the gastric cancer community was immeasurable. Even in her pain, she was lifting others up."
Patients to carve out their own path, access to information.
He also acknowledged the challenges they had faced together, especially through her cancer battle. "There have been bright moments, and yes, very, very painful and dark ones, but our love has stood firm and fought on and will never quit or give in. I have never seen a more stronger and fearless example of determination and hope than in you these last 8 years or so," he wrote. Throughout Camila's diagnosis and treatment, Brennan regularly updated fans on her condition. His posts often served as a way to share her journey, highlight her strength, and thank those who had offered prayers and encouragement along the way. Camila might not have been in the public eye herself, but through Brennan's words, her story reached a large and loyal audience. He also made it a point to acknowledge the role she played not just as a wife, but as a mother to their 2 children, Liam and Luna. In his original post, Brennan referred to her as the greatest mother and the rock of their family. Her commitment to being present, even while undergoing treatments and fighting a difficult illness, became a consistent part of his updates. Now, in the wake of her passing, Brennan's tribute has become a record of everything they endured and everything they built together. While Camila's loss is deeply personal, the messages from fans show that her story has resonated far beyond their family, and that her strength won't be forgotten. Camila Row's cancer journey wasn't just deeply personal, it also became a platform for raising awareness. Stomach cancer, or gastric cancer, is relatively rare, making up only about 1.5% of cancer diagnoses each year in the United States. But for those affected, especially in advanced stages, it's a life-altering battle. According to the Mayo Clinic, metastatic stomach cancer occurs when the disease spreads beyond the stomach to other parts of the body, making treatment more complex and survival rates much lower.
I wasn't even aware you could get cancer of the stomach, even though now I know that Asian Americans.
In Camila's case, her diagnosis came after she experienced symptoms that initially didn't seem related to cancer. In an interview with Today, she recalled thinking she was having a heart attack because the heartburn was so severe. That pain was actually one of the first signs of her stage 4 gastric cancer. From that point forward, her treatment was aggressive and intense. It included chemotherapy and a full gastrectomy, a procedure where the entire stomach is surgically removed. Camila was open about the realities of what she was going through. In her Today interview, she revealed that doctors initially gave her a maximum prognosis of 24 months. "I've actually just surpassed my expiration date," she said at the time. That statement underscored how far she had come and how determined she was to outlive the odds. Her story wasn't just about survival, it was also about visibility. In a 2022 interview with Hope for Stomach Cancer, Camila admitted that she was hesitant to talk about her stage 4 diagnosis publicly at first. "Initially, I was secretive of my stage 4 status because I didn't want people to look at me as a sickly cancer patient," she said. That hesitation eventually gave way to a stronger purpose: advocacy. She wanted to help others better understand what living with late-stage cancer really looked like. Camila's shift from privacy to purpose made her an important voice in the gastric cancer community. She emphasized that people with stage 4 cancer could still live meaningfully, even thrive. Her decision to speak out not only educated others, but also gave hope to fellow patients navigating similar paths. This aspect of Camila's journey, her willingness to share such difficult truths, helped many people connect with her story.
Anyone other than my immediate family and close friends. My stomach cancer treatment for stage 1B disease.
While most knew her through Brennan Elliott's updates, her own words and interviews provided deeper insight into how she faced each challenge head-on. From misdiagnosed symptoms to surviving well past initial prognoses, Camila's fight was not just physical, but emotional and psychological as well. Through it all, she used her voice to advocate, educate, and encourage, and that advocacy became a lasting part of her legacy. Even in the final months of her life, Camila Row continued to share glimpses of her experience. In June, she posted on her private Instagram account that she was undergoing another surgery. She noted that her husband, Brennan Elliott, was by her side at the hospital throughout the process. According to People, she wrote, "Brennan has been pulling double duty, prepping for a movie and coming to see me daily, making the best of a makeshift office in my hospital room as I nap." That small detail showed just how closely they stayed connected, even during one of the most physically demanding times in her treatment journey. After the announcement of Camila's passing on March 22nd, Brennan Elliott's Instagram post received an outpouring of condolences from fans, friends, and fellow actors. Actor Cameron Matheson, who has also worked with Hallmark, commented, "This brought me to tears, my beautiful friend. We've talked many times through her journey, and I just love you all so much. I'm so sorry for your loss, and may you hold on to her beautiful memories for a lifetime." The official Hallmark Instagram account also responded to Brennan's post with a message of support, writing, "We are heartbroken for you and your family. We are so sorry." These public reactions made it clear just how far-reaching Camila's story had become. While she remained largely out of the spotlight, her battle and the way Brennan openly shared their journey touched many people across the Hallmark community and beyond. Camila Row's 8-year battle with stage 4 gastric cancer was marked by honesty, strength, and purpose.
The other piece of advice I have is to hold on to something bigger and stronger than yourself mentally. I try to practice a lot of gratitude.
From quietly handling her diagnosis in the beginning to later stepping into a more public role, she never lost sight of the importance of helping others, even while facing her own challenges. As Brennan continues to reflect on their life together, the legacy Camila leaves behind goes far beyond her role as a wife, mother, and clinical psychologist. She also became a voice for a little understood illness and a reminder of what resilience can look like in the face of long-term adversity. Her story is one of courage, advocacy, and love, a story that many will continue to remember, not just because of the illness she fought, but because of how she lived during it. Thanks for watching the video. If you found this story informative, consider subscribing for more updates on your favorite stars and their lives beyond the screen. We'll see you in the next one.